Hey Sag, it's Jen here. I'm doing your November reading. I just had a strong desire to pick up this amethyst. It's a very dark one. Do you know you have to keep amethyst out of the sun or else it bleaches out? So I don't know if amethyst might be a good gemstone to work with, um, but that was just a strong pull. So sitting here doing a little bit of meditation. Let's just run through a little bit of the astrology highlights. Now, I don't claim to be a professional astrologer. I tend to go with the very basics and then let my intuition take me. So this is a reading for Sagittarius for November 2020. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday if your birthday is at the end of the month, a fellow Saggy. So what's going on? So for most of November, we'll be in the sign of Scorpio. And then on the 22nd, move into Sag. On November 12th is a new moon, of course, in that sign of Scorpio. A fixed water sign. So new beginnings in a fixed water sign. Oh, we got a beautiful sunrise happening. Where are you stuck emotionally? I guess I'll just float that out as something we need to think about. Keeping with the moons, on November 30th, we have a full moon in Gemini. And then really nice, on November 3rd, Mercury goes direct in the sign of Libra. So anything that had been hung up and I feel like that there's something that's you've been waiting on, a decision or paperwork or court decisions or any sort of communication like that where you're trying to get a final clear answer, that will definitely be coming in at the beginning of the month. And something else that a couple of other things that caught my eye, November 14th, Mercury goes direct in Aries, so Mercury goes direct in the sign it rules. Aries is a cardinal fire sign, so very much a strong push. I guess you're getting, I don't know what I'm even doing here. A strong push forward. So anything that had been, anything that you feel has been hung up and not moving fast enough, or you haven't been getting a decision, you don't know what's going, like you've been in a hurry up and wait mode, it will move forward strongly by mid, if it hasn't already, by Mercury going direct. Mars is going to push it forward by the middle of the month. And then I noticed that November 21st, Venus moves into Scorpio. Yeah, so this emotional Scorpio 8th house. Of course, I don't know where it is in Sag. I don't pay it. I'm nowhere near personalizing it for each sign, but these are just overall general astrology. That 8th house, death and transformations, but it's that fixed water. So Scorpios, they are the tip of the iceberg, I think. I mean, they go so deep. What you see is just a fraction of what they think, feel, and so really diving deep. Now, I did a little bit of meditation, and it's weird. So the Foo Fighters song, Times Like These, it said, I'm a little divided. Should I stay or run away and leave it all behind? So that might be a feeling where a decision, struggling with the decision. I'm seeing like the Two of Swords. I just got that maybe there will be a new discovery in space. And I sort of saw, I sort of saw something, but I don't know exactly what it is, so I don't even want to say. But there, you may hear the news, kind of like when they said, was it Venus? They said they detected some sort of gas in the atmosphere that could only happen if there's some sort of organic life going on. Something like that. Something new. Like, whoa. Be careful of your back. Just be real careful. I know. I hurt my back like toweling off when I'm getting out of the shower. Like, it's something I do all the time and I don't even think about. But if you can be careful to lift things properly and watch your back. And watch your back. I didn't think of it that way, but it just came out, watch your back. So if you have a gut feeling, we'll see if the high priestess comes up, that someone's up to no good, or maybe not trustworthy. I guess I'm getting keep your own counsel, like keep things to yourself. Don't necessarily broadcast things. Like keep your cards close to your chest. And then I saw like tons of candles in a room. And I'm not sure what that means, but in romantic movies, how when someone proposes to someone, they walk in and there are candles all over the place, and they're proposed to. Kind of came to mind. So someone might be getting engaged. All right, let's jump into the cards. Wow. Okay. There you go. Someone might be getting engaged. The Lovers as the underlying theme. So even though the Lovers is ruled by Gemini, and we have that full moon in Gemini on the 30th. So that might be a timing thing. This to me is that's a Scorpio. Like, what are the feelings around you and a partner? And that Libra, we have a lot of the Libra influence to me is still strong. In communication, right? With Mercury going direct in Libra. So couples, emotions, how you feel. There could be definitely heart to heart this month with someone, moving forward, or even if it isn't moving forward, making some, okay, yeah, I got it. Making some decision around a relationship. Really having to dive deep and I don't know if it's admit, that's not the word I want, admit, reveal, be honest, Libra, honest about how you really feel. When you really, not superficially, not what you're trying to talk yourself into, but how you really, really feel. So the cards just kind of came out like this. I don't really know where I'm going with this. Emperor, here's that Aries energy. So Mars going direct in Aries on the 14th. The Emperor understands that they must do what's right for the entire kingdom. Let's pretend he's a good emperor. It's hard to a fair, just emperor, and really truly wants to lead in the best way possible. He can't make everyone happy. It's just impossible. But he has to do what's the best for, what he thinks is the best from all the information he has. Now, if you kind of flip this to you being the emperor in your own life, you cannot make everyone happy, but you're the one that needs to live with the consequences of the decisions you make. So you may need to make a decision this month that isn't going to make everyone happy. And this is really, really a hard one for me, is releasing myself from being responsible for how other people react to my life, me living my life. It's a codependent thing. So that's Libra, right? Libra in the negative can be very codependent. And, if people are uncomfortable or upset, it's okay to allow them to sit in that. It isn't your job. It's so weird because I don't feel like it's anyone else's. Well, I guess we do. If we get. Anyway, I was about to go off. So let's not go off on a tangent, Jen. So, yeah, really don't stay with someone because you feel guilty or you feel bad. Because if they don't, I mean, as hurt as they might be if you end a relationship, um, or vice versa or whatever, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an ending, but I do feel potentially if you do break it might be something big, a marriage or break an engagement, or someone may ask you and you may say no. Now everything could be great, and you get someone, maybe you have that breaking point in a relationship where you realize should I stay or run away and leave it all behind? It's, so you may choose to stay, but someone may choose to go, and you have to be okay knowing that that was the true, honest decision, that you really dove deep. And, it wouldn't be fair to stay with someone just because, I don't know, you felt you had to. Here's some earth energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Mercury does rule Virgo, is that right? Yeah, and Gemini. So we have more Gemini energy, even though I know this is a Pentacle card, but that Gemini now in this earth sign. So the Queen of Pentacles she has that ability, don't get hung up on gender, the ability to, where you live can sometimes, you can tell if you walk into someone's place, if it's just where they're living or if it's their home. And it's an energy as much as it is decorating and stuff, but it's really more the vibe, right? The energy in the home. You can go into some homes and they can be, spectacular, but it feels very cold. You know what I'm saying? And doesn't mean temperature wise. So this energy knows how to really make a home with someone. So I think you're really considering about whether you're going to make a home with someone. This could be an Aries and an earth sign, or fire and an earth sign. Let's keep reading. Whoa, here's that proposal. So the night, this does indicate something that's sustainable, that's long-standing, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slow and steady wins the race, and so he very methodically moves forward. It's not an energy of rushing things. So this could be this could also be a realization that sometimes I see the Knight of Pentacles as someone that was friend zoned for some reason, that you've known and you've been friends with, that all of a sudden either you both become available at the same time, or you both find, or one of you reveals that they have feelings. Here's Scorpio. Hey. Yeah, so Scorpio, I mean, the death card's one of my favorite cards. It's transformation, right? It's the caterpillar becoming the butterfly, learning to fly, transforming your life. That you or someone in your life may completely transform. So it could be could be what was it called? A confirmed bachelor, is that what they say? Someone who's, you think like George Clooney. I don't know why George Clooney is always coming up, but he's a good example. Then everyone knows him. A confirmed bachelor, right? That's what they call it. And all of a sudden, this person's getting married and having kids, and diving. We keep talking about diving in, diving deep, like just all in. Someone's all in. Someone's going all in. I don't know why I get gambling words. I guess it's something that we just use in our language because I like to gamble. I just don't. I never do it. It's either all in. Should I stay or run away? You're either gonna go all in all out on something. Six of Pentacles. This is a card of give and take. It's a card to look at someone's actions and see, to, a little bit, to see if it matches what they say. If they can help, do they help? You know what I mean? Can they accept help, vice versa? It shows a relationship that's really, there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of back and forth. It's supportive. Think about, here we have some more Libra, even though it's an earth sign card, it's more Libra imagery. Think of the scales trying to balance, right? They're rarely balanced. It's this back and forth, back and forth. So there could be some negotiations going on back and forth. Maybe you guys are buying a home. That could also be it. You're buying a home, saved and buying a home. So there could be negotiations back and forth. I think things will, we'll look at the rest of the cards, but legally be solidified, executed, finalized this month. Wow, the World. Yeah, so a new phase in life. This is powerful together. Is transforming your life, moving into a new phase of life. So the World is a really positive card. Sometimes it's just what it is, in the sense that you graduate from college and then you have to go on to something else. Like, it's a natural, it's not really, I mean, it's good. It just is what it is. It's not good or bad. It's just, when you graduate from high school, you're no longer in high school and you move on to something else. But it's usually the completion of something that you've been working towards, and ushering in a new way of life. So it does tend to carry quite a positive message. Okay, King of Cups. So here's water, more water. The King of Cups, this is, to me, even though this usually is more in the realm of the Knight, this is more an offer. The whole bottom line to me is coming through as an offer, and this top one is more practical, more making decisions, settling in, maybe I could see this as getting legally married, like at a court, versus having the big wedding. Maybe some of you with COVID, you're just like, okay, we're just going to go down to the courthouse and get married, and then we'll have a wedding, a party at some other time, when we don't have to worry about, if it's going to get called off, or trying to play the guessing game of COVID. I had Leo time in my mind for when this was going to be over, and it looks like it's probably Leo of 2021. And sort of an acceptance of that, and just like, okay, let's use the money we would, or maybe you're going to say, let's use the money we would have spent on a wedding and a honeymoon, because none of that's happening, and buying a house, and then we'll save money and have a big party, at the house, and we'll be able to decorate it and invest that money in our home and our future, and then have, again, the party there. And so it'll really be a smart financial investment. Yeah, investments coming through. I don't know what's going on where you all are, but I live in Vermont, and house prices are crazy right now. It's such a seller's market, and this is what we're being told by realtors, that it's people coming up from like Boston and New York wanting to get away from the cities and realizing they can work sort of anywhere. Of course, now some places in Vermont don't have cell service, let alone internet providers, but you can get satellite. But anytime it rains, I used to have satellite because I used to live in an even way more rural part than I live now, and I live in a town of 4,000-ish now. I used to live in a town of 600 for 10 years. And yeah, we didn't, anytime a cloud comes over, if you have a satellite, the TV, like the one time you want to go in and watch some TV because it's pouring, pissing down rain, and the satellite goes out. Anyway, but it's around, so it could be an investment, like oh, I also have some smoky quartz. Pick that up. I hadn't seen this crystal in a long time, and I was thinking about it the other day. Pardon me. And I put on a jacket because it's getting cooler, and I found it in the pocket. It's so weird. It was like calling to me. I was like, I wonder where my smoky quartz is. So maybe you'll find something. When I say these random stories, it's usually a message. And this is, for me, I like the black tourmaline. There's one hidden under my crystal ball. But I find this stone really comforting. I don't know. It just has a calmness. So now I'm getting calm. These pentacles to me are very calm. I'm not feeling, Scorpio can be very dramatic and kind of nasty in their negative. There are so many positive things about Scorpio. They're incredibly intuitive, so maybe your intuition will really be heightened. I was getting a High Priestess vibe, but I haven't seen that come out. But they can almost really overthink things, and I feel like they're so creative too, so creative. But sometimes they're, just because you're intuitive and you think you know the backstory, you may not, how do I put this? Don't assume you really know someone. And I guess we'll leave it at that. That you really know what they're thinking. That you really know what they're feeling. Wow. Here's the honeymoon period card. So there is passion here. This is not, how do I want to say it? Definitely strong attraction is what I want to say. Something firing you up, something you're passionate about. This could be so if you are single, or maybe a relationship hasn't survived this pandemic, there's a new relationship coming in. I get the feeling that people have really learned a lot in the last 7 months and really seen other people's true colors, but more really done the deep dive of Scorpio and gone within and think, okay, what do I really truly want though? Like, what if this fucking person I'm living with can't put the motherfucking toilet paper roll on the right way? Okay, is it really, one, check ourselves. Is that really important? And why are we fixating on tiny little stupid things? Or is it easier to get pissed at that toilet paper roll than to go within and say, you know what, this relationship isn't fulfilling me? Is that this person's fault? Or were my expectations around them too high or too unreasonable? Not too high. You don't want to lower your standards, but were you expecting, once I get into this relationship, I'm going to feel good. Things are going to be great. And it wasn't a magic solution, because we can't fix anything internal from something external, right? But then really getting straight what it is you do want, and that coming in, because you're now been broadcasting the positive. Yeah, it's like this really positive reflection and coming together in your brain of how you've been in past relationships, how you've dealt with handled any relationships. This is also, we'll get into a job offer. And yeah, and seeing where you went wrong, seeing where they went wrong, seeing that a lot of it was communication. The Lovers teaches us that it isn't just saying I do, it's committing to, when you commit to something, regardless of what it is, you can see if you're truly committed. So if you're committed to health and wealth and losing weight and a good diet, and you exercise 2 days a week and eat donuts every day, are you really committed? Like, do your actions really reflect that, what you're saying? And the same thing in relationships. I do, right? We have the big wedding and say I do. But it's in the little decisions we make every single day around that person that truly shows if we're really truly committed on to deliver. Now, it doesn't mean you have to, every single decision has to be about that person. That's unhealthy on the whole other way. But the balance, you should be saying yes a lot. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's this one other card that came out? Oh, I knew it. The Decision, the Two of Swords. Having to make a decision. Now, this says to pull out some of that air energy, that Libra energy as well. What's in Libra? Mercury. Direct communication. You're going to have to speak up and tell someone what you want, how you're feeling. So I'm also getting a job opportunity. You could get a leadership position. I don't know if you're going to want it. You're really going to have to think about it. I don't know if you will want it. You're going to have to think about it. I think you may have been like, 10 months ago, this is all I wanted. And now, I want a better work-life balance or something along those lines, right? But there's definitely a wrap up with the world, some sort of commitment, maybe signing so whether you're buying a house, something legal, something that you have to sign papers, there's money exchanging hands, definitely could be two offers. And when the Pentacles come up, the change is tangible. So you're working, your paycheck comes from a different place. Where you live changes, who you live with changes, your appearance changes. It's tangible. The way you commute, your commute's different because something has changed. Your everyday, day-to-day life you'll be able to tangibly see that change. All right. It's more of a love reading, but not all only. But yeah. All right. Totally way too long. Have a good November.